Good evening, you're watching SG News. I'm Vanya Octaviani and here are the headlines. 39 people were trapped for more than 4 hours on the Tiger Sky Tower ride in Sentosa on Saturday night. The Building and Construction Authority has issued a closure order to suspend the ride from operation and investigations are to be carried out. An earthquake of magnitude 6.5 struck the west of Indonesia's islands of Sumatra earlier today. The epicenter of the quake was determined at a depth of 67 kilometers, 48 kilometers west of the city of Bengkulu. A 21-year-old construction worker from Bangladesh has died from a contagious bacterial disease of diphtheria, the first confirmed case in Singapore in 25 years. The Ministry of Health said in a statement on Saturday that the patient had developed a fever and swelling of the neck on July 30th. He then sought medical treatment at Kutek Port Hospital on the 1st of August, where he was immediately isolated and hospitalized. He died 3 days later, where his respiratory sample was tested positive for toxigenic Corynebacterium diphtheria, which is the cause of the disease.
Diphtheria infection is a serious bacterial infection affecting the mucous membrane, especially the nose and the throat, caused by Corynebacterium species. It can be transmitted through person-to-person contact, for example, through inhalation or skin contact, but it can also be transmitted through an object which is contaminated by the bacteria, for example, cup and used tissue. The symptoms of diphtheria infection may include flu-like syndrome, for example, fever, chills, sore throat, difficulty swallowing, difficulty breathing, and as the disease progresses, it may form like an adherent membrane called pseudomembrane, which covers your pharynx, tonsils, or nasal tissue.
The ministry stated that the patient had not traveled out of Singapore recently, thus likely that he was infected in Singapore. The ministry also added that they are in the process of screening the patient's close contacts. Out of 48 people identified, 2 have developed sore throat since the 3rd of August and are currently under isolation at Kutek Port Hospital. The respiratory disease is preventable by vaccine, and the risk of it spreading here in Singapore is very low, as vaccination against diphtheria has been made compulsory by law for children since 1962. And that's all the evening news for tonight. From all of us at SG News, good night.